welcome back to another beautiful day in Lator Rapids, our delightful little city Skylines area. And I have just purchased this tile here off camera. We are struggling a little bit for money, but that's not a massive problem. Do I have trains? I do have trains. I can see trains, but I'm not allowed to purchase any. Fair enough. Because what I'd like to do is I have a high industry demand, so I'd like to build an industry area down here between the railway station, between the railway line and the highway, which I think would be a good idea. I think. I say that cautiously. So what I'd like to do is build a road that runs alongside the highway, like so. And then build a road set back from the rail line a little bit. Still struggling for money, I see. These roads are expensive. I'd like a little bit of curve on that if I can. I'd like it to go something like that. 4.5 grand, really? For just a little bit of road? That's extortion. That's absolute extortion. Well, I could, I suppose, see how much it would cost to go from here straight up. 90-degree angle would be nicer. Disagrees with the idea of going at 90 degrees, I suppose it would. Maybe if I take it from here. Close enough. And then for a bit of a refund, I'll just delete that section there. I still don't have high density just yet, which is unfortunate. I can't afford that just now. But what I can afford to do is I'd like the road to come down like that, and then start its curve round. Sort of like that. How much is that? 5 grand. Why is that so expensive? 3 grand. There we go. I can afford that. That's a terrible angle. Let's not do that. I can make that work with a straight piece, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. It's not ideal, but 41 units though. That's always, you know, it's going to be quite a big industrial area I'm building. Money's an issue. Money's always an issue. I need to take it off of that because I'd like it at a bit of an angle. And to finish that off is only going to cost me 1200, which I don't have. And now I do. There we go. Awesome stuff. So there's the outer edge of what will become our industrial area. And I'd like the road to come from somewhere over here. Straight into that corner if at all possible, but that's... Okay, let's just for the sake of doing it cheap. Even that's not cheap. I'll snap back to angle. I'd like it to come off at 90 degrees. And of course it is going to go straight through these houses. There we go. That's a thing that happened. Of course the pipes are going to be expensive too, aren't they? Almost £1,000. My God, that is expensive. Oh, just so we're not sitting about waiting, I'm going to take the other loan back out. Hopefully get this area on the go sooner rather than later. Something like that, and then all the way along here. So we now have water, and as for roads, we need more of these. I just put in a little cheap road about there. Not really helping any, but I think to about there, and then down. And then let's take it off at an angle because I want it to do what I want it rather than what it wants. And then I'll try and do the same over here. Something like that. And I just need to delete this little cheap road here, see what I'm left with area-wise. Not an awful lot. I think I'll leave that little section there, and that little section there. Power-wise, I'm just going to plop a few of these. That'll bring the power over. We now don't have a residential demand, commercial demand, industrial demand even. That's the word I was looking for. Of course I can manually put a demand in, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Fixed value of the industrial demand at around... Okay, turn that off, and then... about there. There we go. You're now stuck at 50. Awesome stuff. Fill all of this area in with commercial, not commercial, industrial. Always get that one wrong. This little area at the end here, I would very much like to put in a fire station, but I can't afford to. I have a massive demand for residential, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to dezone all of this industrial, which is going to make people very unhappy for a little while, and then rezone it all as residential. That's the word. Residential. All the way along here too. Not going to be the nicest houses. They are just going to be temporary, just to meet some of the demand. Quite happy with that so far. Yeah, that's working quite nicely. We're making good money, so I think a fire station is in order when I can afford it. How much is that? 12,000. Not far away from that. I like the big one, but I don't have that yet, so... a fire station right on that corner. We'll make all these industrial people, well, some of these industrial people happy. Still got a massive residential demand, so can't really afford to do much more, but I suppose I could fill the outer part of this in. How's our education looking anyway? We've got a capacity of 50 with 434 eligible. Not ideal. We're a good bit away from the busy town thing. Wait, what is that called again? Milestones. That's the one. Power is an issue again. Yeah, power is always an issue. I think these things are really cheap, so place a couple of them along here. Just a couple. What is this? Citizens are sick. Our healthcare facilities are not meeting requirements. This area is kind of okay. This area up here is far from okay. Medical clinic, £10,000. We're halfway there. We'll get one of them shortly. I like this little area I've got here. What I'm actually going to do is unfix that and let that fall back down naturally. I like this little district we've got going on up here. This will hopefully... Oh, what's this? We have people dying? That would not be ideal. Not ideal at all. Are you doing well? Very noisy, inefficient, but it's 100% clean. So yeah. That's it's getting full, actually. The upkeep's a fortune. We are losing citizens. I think we've got our first death wave on the go, which is kind of sucky. Got crime issues over in Grouse Square. Fire over in our unnamed battery district. And look at that massive amounts of pollution we're creating over here already. Awesome. Once we get more education, I'd like to get rid of industry altogether and become a completely clean city using only offices. But that is a long way off yet. Speaking of healthcare, I think it would be advised to have a clinic on the go somewhere over here. On a corner there. That works for me. That should keep people a little happier in this district. I think I need to make it bigger as well. Now I think what I'm going to do is go 20 units out. Snap to angle. Come along all the way out. So I'll do the 20 units out this way first. And then these should join up perfectly. That gives us another small area in the centre there to do with what we will, which of course is going to be putting in that. Bring the water down here. And then filling it all with residential. Since we've got such a high demand for it anyway. There we go. Well, I'm ruining the terrain around here. That is nice of them. So that's kind of dealing with a bit of the residential demand. Not perfectly, but I would now... I think it would be nice to have some beachfront houses along here. Sort of with that. Yes, they're certainly not going to be very big houses, but houses all the same. I'll just fill in this area here too. And obviously they're going to need I'll try and follow the curve a little. Create like stepped housing. I turn off snapping angles just now. Too much of an angle on that. Something like that. Create a tight angle there and then in like that. Cap these two ends off. Slope too steep, really? But it would have looked so cool. Okay, well what I'll do is run like this, and then like that. And I'll try and mimic that over this way. Yeah, get a bit of free form on the go in there. I want all of this as residential. But power issues, deal with that in just a second. There's a big beachfront, sort of cliffy kind of area going in here. Major power issues, in fact. I think what I should do is throw one of them in. Does that help? Barely. Oh, there we go. We've met the milestone of busy town. Heavy traffic ban, free public transport, oil industry, leisure and tourism, level 4 unique buildings, a whole host of new roads, including zonable pedestrian roads, a whole host of new buildings, which is very nice, oil power plant, hospitals, a classic large hospital here's more patients than a regular hospital but costs more each month. Metropolitan hospitals, very nice indeed. Awesome stuff. Do I get high density yet? No, I don't. That sucks. Power still an issue? Yeah, power's still a big issue, in fact. Place a couple of these things at the back of people's houses. Kind of give a bit of a impression that it's a richer area. We are now having sewage problems. Awesome stuff. This creates noise pollution. I think it should just go over here next to this one. Does that fix it? Yes, it does. Awesome stuff. We are making good money just now, making good power just now, which is handy because I'd like to demolish these and take out these annoying power lines. Don't need them anymore. Get rid of all of those. We don't need any of these either. The power is now bridged. Speed time up a little bit. Power's not bridged down here quite yet, but these do cost us a little bit each month, so getting rid of them does help. Get rid of that too. How does that affect power consumption? It's still pretty reasonable. That's done some really weird things to the terrain. I don't like that. Fair enough though. Fair enough. Garbage is also an issue. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? I think I'll put in a landfill site, which I didn't want to do. I really didn't want to. Because I have to empty it later on, but not much I can do about it. How much money have I got? 20,000. Very nice. So what can I place over here? I have some industrial park. Generic industrial park loaded with props. Can I get it in like a nice spot that only destroys a couple of buildings? I suppose I could just put it right in the corner there. Space already occupied. Of course it is. There we go. Make them a little bit happier. Do another one over here. Put in the odd car park here and there as well. That'll make a lot of people happy, that will. There we go. Let's have a little looky-see at that. Yeah, that's completely loaded with props. So is that one. Awesome. So, now that we've done that, got this nice little area going on down here. Got a little bit of dead space to fill in there, actually. You don't have water. You are just on the outside of having water. That sucks for you. Let me just upgrade some of these roads. Make it a bit nicer around here, give the impression that it is a higher end type area. Which is how I see it. It's the posh houses, if you will. Some of my roads really suck. Most of them do, actually. I just place one of these in right here. Need to fix some of this. Yeah, I'm kind of I don't completely dislike it. What this done down here kind of sucks, but I just need to fill this area in here. It's been a nice little park, possibly. That to there. Just kind of straight line that a little bit. Fill it full of more residential, which of course is right on the edge of where we're allowed to build, which I don't really like doing. A pedestrian path. I wonder if I can force a path through here. And get one to go out there before that fills in. It's being annoying. Out to there, that'll do. Don't want anything zoning on this area, so I'm just going to de-zone everything around it just now. I made it zonable so that I can put ploppable items on it, not so that people could build their houses on it. Park-wise, let me just have a little look. I'd like this somewhere. It just doesn't quite fit anywhere. Unless, of course, I delete some of that. Do that and then put it in. So I can put it in right there. That's quite nice. And now we need some trees. A few trees around the church would be quite nice. Not too many, just to make it look a bit more park-like. It's always raining. What other props do we have? What's this? Common props. Little kiosk. Of course we want that there. Little bike rack next to it. Street clock on the corner. What else have we got? Shopping cart, shelters. What are these? Roof walkway. Oh, very interesting. These are all very interesting props that we have here. This seems like the kind of thing you'd have near a church. A little recycling bin. What's that? Oh, that's all lighting. Okay. I do like some of these industrial props. What is that? Roof platform, okay. It seems we've got the kiosk here. It seems only reasonable to have a few benches around. The amount of people walking, that's what I like to see. Dog park items. What was that? Oh, big wall. Bird houses, bee houses. Now, of course the church is going to have a fountain near it. Wasn't planning on doing any of this in this episode, but yeah, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? One of those things. Don't want the park looking too full. Was that a satellite dish? Some vegetation. I think I could put in a little play park over here. What play park is complete without a set of swings? Just kind of put in a whole lot of everything about here. Very nice. I really want tiles in the playground. Manhole. Oh, I've never looked at any of these, so. I think I could make that one work. Something like that. That kind of works. Don't like how I covered the path, but it's one of those things. Put some tiles around the fountain. Something like that. It's a little bit off, but I kind of like that. It works for me. So I think I'm going to leave this here for now. I like how the emergency vehicles can use those pedestrian roads. Very interesting. We have a lot of garbage issues and things to deal with soon. But we have an absolute fortune while I was playing about with that little park there. So hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, then don't forget to leave a like on this video. And if you're new around here, hit subscribe. And if there's anything you'd like to mention to me, then don't forget to leave me a comment. And if you would like to just have a general chat, let me know about any mods you think I should use or anything like that. The best place to do that would be Twitter, which at the end of this video, at the end screen, has my Twitter handle on it for those of you who want it. Or you can head over to my channel page where there is a link on the channel art. Thank you. kindly for watching, and I will see you again